What's up everybody, Daryl here again. Decided to make another video, so see how this goes. There's just some few changes on the field, so that's kind of the update, and just a small review on the nursery. If you don't mind, just hit the like button and subscribe so that we can keep on doing this. Some few changes, like you see. I removed the bed of spinach. I just cleaned it up. I'm gonna continue weeding it for the next 2 days. So that's pretty much gone. I wanted first to change this over to put some more spinach. But I'm thinking I'm gonna put one of the lettuce beds here because I have the lettuce here because I have the landscape fabric. I'll put it down here. So weed management here is not gonna be a problem. I'm hoping that will work out great. The weed management on the carrots and the beets I think it's almost done and I don't need to do much, so I can show. You can see that's mostly weeded out. There's some odd weeds, like here's one, there's one. But for the most part, like around middle and the end, where the foliage is already covering most of the bed, I'm not gonna get a problem. The same as for the other bed. That bed of beets is very good. In the end, I decided to just leave it. I just decided to leave it because I don't have more seeds of beets. Johnny's and I get from Johnny's and from True Leaf Market Seeds, if I'm not mistaken. I get the seeds from both of them. But they both closed a month before this COVID thing, so now I can't get any seeds. So I'm probably not gonna remove it because I need all the beets I can get. Now, the old bed I had with beans, go to the other side. Yeah, the old bed with beans, I just removed it. I had the last small amount of beet seeds. So I planted it all with beets so that I can get one big crop of beets and then ride it out till things open back. So yeah, that's on the cover, and the carrot bed's still growing, needs a few more days for it to finally grow. These are beets. These beets are going to be removed this week because I need to move. These two beets are going to be removed, but because the lettuce was supposed to come here, but now I'm going to put in the front bed, the first bed I showed you, so that I can plant spinach here. Because this side of the plot is very less weedy, so I'm thinking about doing that. Because then I can start growing spinach at a massive scale. Here's some of the lettuce. You can see my friends, the flea beetles, and they're here waiting. Here's a bed of lettuce. Normally I will try to let grow a little bit more, but yeah, tomorrow's harvest day, so it's not going to be as big as I used to want it, or that I want, but I need to harvest it because I need some lettuce to sell. So it's a bit weedy in the middle. That's always because I got the misters and weeds just love water. But mostly lettuce grows pretty well. Normally I'll let it grow a little bit bigger, but you can see that the spacing is perfect so that they still have a little space in the gap so that they can keep growing. Most of the times I'll let them grow a little bit more, like 3 to 4 more days. But with the help of the drip tape, for the most part I grow myrrh and I don't know, I can't pronounce this red one, but I use these two in combination to make a mix. Yeah, I used to grow 4 types of lettuce. That's why the name came for that lettuce mix. But in time, I just removed the other 2 because they start dying out. They start browning out faster than the myrrh and the other one, this red type. So I decided to just remove those and just use myrrh and that. So that can make it a little easier, so I could also the shelf life to keep longer. I don't know if I'm gonna harvest all of it yet. The plan is to harvest both of them most of the time to make sure that everything runs smoothly and on time. But I do have some few times because this bed is not going to be replanted. It's going to go in the back so that I can make another tunnel temporary for there, so that I can use this, let half of the bed grow out more and then harvest a bigger crop. Or I can just, yeah, I don't know. I'll let you guys know. And maybe I'll just leave one bed open and just let it grow out, because this bed is pretty big, the first one. This bed is pretty good and growing, but the other one is kinda like it needs like 4 days or a week more for it to grow out nicely. So I'll see. I'll probably make an update video on that so that you guys can see how it goes. Right next to it I have the other one. I have the newly planted one. So this is how it looked like a week before. This was planted a week ago, and they don't look that great, but give it a week and by next week they're just popping. And for the most part I think they go in shock. I used to do more stuff to try to get them not to go in shock. I let them outside in the sun, but I realized that some few, I call them moths, lay eggs on them, and then the beetles start eating the leaves, and I don't want that, so I don't do that anymore. Maybe in the future I'll try to do it again, see how it goes, if there's more moths attacking it. And yeah, for the most part they always grow great. Since I figured out the system just works. I've been cranking out lettuce like crazy and precisely on time. This is the first week that I can say that, oh, I missed a bit. But yeah, I'm trying to also work on some other experience. Like I want to go head lettuce, because head lettuce is a bit more, I can get a little bit more price per pound for it, or price per kilo. So I'm maybe gonna play around with it. Just having some few lettuce that I don't harvest, so that it makes this whole system work a little more efficient. Just some few I won't harvest and let them grow to full heads and harvest that. I tried it a few times, it did work, but it's a bit finicky. You have to be very precise on how to grow it. But if I can figure that out, that's golden. Yeah. So next week is going to be a big change. That tunnel is going to go away. These two beds are going to go away. There's going to be a tunnel here. And probably that bed of beets will be ready to open up, so that you guys can see it just forming beets. And that will be full with lettuce. Because I think around Tuesday or Friday I'll try to plant out these lettuce. And yeah, to keep the succession going. Very happy with the lettuce around. This is just the greenhouse. Go in. Right now it's a bit messy. The dogs broke in a few weeks ago. I had to fix there. So that wasn't fun. But here you can see the lettuce sorts. I got a total of 8 trays of 104. Mostly normally I will get a perfect germination, but lately this seed is a bit old. It's about a year old, so it doesn't germinate that well anymore. Each one of these cells are 104. I use 104 because it's a bit bigger, so that I can grow them literally bigger. So I would love to transplant something like this. It's not too big, not too small, but this cell, because it's a little bigger, I can keep them a little bit longer than normally. I would use some 144 cells, but I couldn't find any more. The people who brought them here in Aruba for selling, they don't bring that anymore. I used to like that one, but you have to be very precise with it. This one gives you a little bit more leeway so that you don't get root bounds in your system. For your lettuce, sorry. Root bound for your lettuce. I got some other projects too. I got some kale. I think I'm gonna put it on drip tape. Some tomatoes. I think that's gonna be the next video, the tomato house. how we design and build it. So probably by next video these are all put in the greenhouse. We had some problems. Like farms always have problems. You just try to keep fixing them and fix them, try to not let it happen again, and then there's no problem. But that's farming. I'm gonna put the tomatoes in the greenhouse. I don't think I'm gonna make a video on me planting tomatoes because it's pretty explanatory. But you can see the greenhouse then and see how everything functions. We tried to build the greenhouse specifically to cater to tomatoes. So it had worked for a bit. Yeah, I produced quite a lot, but we got a little bit. I got a bit sidetracked and I didn't keep up with all the small details. Oops. Yeah, I didn't keep up with the small details on how to keep updated with fertilizer and stuff. Because tomatoes takes a lot of nutrient and they need a lot of attention to grow. So yeah, I think that's probably it. You put 30. Yeah, I think that's probably it. So let me feedback on what else you want to see. Because next time I'm thinking about the greenhouse to show off the tomatoes and how the system works. This is how the farm is going till now. I have a bigger project, a much bigger project, a lot more complicated. I'm gonna record it and then probably in one episode I'll just show step by step why I made this bigger project this way. Because it is complicated. It's a lot more complicated. I'm talking too much. So yeah, like and subscribe. See you next time. Passa um bom dia.